Bill again, and I got a great show for you today. So, Valentine's Day is coming, and I'm already doing a whole bunch of stuff for Super Bowl, but I want to take time out to give you all a chance to think. Every year I try and do something a little different. Well, I got a recipe that I kind of almost forgot about. It was actually like a newspaper clipping from back in the 90s or something, and obviously I had to change it so that it's more my liking. But it's pretty simple, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. So I also want to show you that it's not impossible to cook this meal and do the fresh pasta, because everyone's always freaked out about fresh pasta. I know I've shown this a couple times, but this is my refresher course, okay? So I've got some water. It's getting real close to a boil here, which is what I need. I'm going to turn it down just a hair. And I got some hot oil in here, about 3 tablespoons. And basically, as you can see, I got a bunch of yellow onion. I just wanted to get that in there for a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this really great pasta with a red sauce and some crab meat in it. And it's really simple, not a whole lot of ingredients, but you hopefully really would enjoy it. And so your Valentine. That way I don't keep getting those comments like, why do you make this crap? Ah, just kidding. I delete those. You guys never see those. Alright. Just keep an eye on the water. Because watch pot never boils, and I don't want it to boil right now. Let me get it close. Alright, so I'm going to give this onion about a minute, because I want to get that just a little head start. Now and then I cut this up fairly, this is not a rough chop, but it's not like really fine minced. Because I don't mind if there's actually chunks in here. And it's going to cook a little bit, so. But that's why, because this isn't like a stew that's going to cook all day or a chili. That's why I'm going to just get a little more cooked than I usually would before I start throwing everything in. And remember what I always say, we don't want to burn the garlic. My water's getting pretty feisty over here. I know it's right on the verge. Everything needs to start with onion. And if you want to send me a comment like, I don't like onion, I'll be like, well, you probably don't want to watch my show, or garlic, because I do cook with a lot of onion and garlic. Sorry. Very heart healthy. You need that garlic. Keep those vessels clean. And you got to put hot, spicy stuff in there. Jalapenos, I mean, it's good food, man. Good food. Okay, it's definitely translucent, definitely gave them enough time. So I've got like 4 pretty good sized cloves of garlic, and I did mince this up pretty good. I took a little extra second to make sure I got it. And the garlic sticks to the blade, so make sure you wipe down the blade, because otherwise you have really big chunks stuck on the blade. Saw a really great video about cutting with knives, and I think I might have to incorporate some of that into some of my videos to show people, knives aren't dangerous. You just have to keep your fingers from under the blade. It's like, Cars are dangerous if you decide to keep running in front of them. So I don't want to get this crackle popping too much. So for a little flavor, and this is kind of my little twist here, is I've got a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, and I have a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Crushed red pepper flakes are really not that hot, and there's enough volume in here, you're really not going to notice, but if you're afraid, put half in. What the heck? I just really like the way the Old Bay really is going to bring out that. Oh, it smells really good. The crab meat. And if you don't like crab meat, you can do it with shrimp. And if you don't like shrimp or crab meat, chicken? I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. Alright, so here's the fun part. So, like I always say, I got 3/4 cup of white wine, and this is the stuff that I would drink. It's a Pinot Grigio, and I don't want anything really overpowering. But this tastes good, and I definitely like drinking it. If I finish the bottle with dinners. So, my water's going crazy here. So, while I'm letting this reduce a little bit, only needs about a minute of a pretty good boil. I've got some basil, and I always cut it like at the last minute because it just turns. Once you cut it, it really turns. So I've got like almost, I think, 10 leaves here. Stack them up, roll them up, and we're just going to take my knife, and just keep your fingers away from the blade. So, I got myself a pretty good amount of basil. That's probably cooked just enough, and I want to get this in here to get the flavor out. And I have to thank David for reminding me to use a bench scraper. And I got 1/2 cup of Italian parsley. Clean up my mess. Okay, water boiling, get this stuff going. So far we're not frantic, are we? Yeah, this is looking good. Just want to get this just reduced a little bit. Fresh basil just smells so good. I mean, I have a really hard time justifying using freeze-dried or dried basil when fresh is readily available. It's a little fragile. It doesn't stay in the fridge real long, but it's easy to grow. And you can see a minute has gone by, and I think I've got it just reduced a little bit. That's all I want. So, got a big old can of crushed tomatoes. Oops. You can use diced crushed, it really doesn't matter. What I need to do is cook these for about 5 minutes. Okay, let me get this mixed up real quick. We just want to simmer, so we're going to let this come back up to temperature and just let it simmer. Well, I'll get rid of my can. And I'm going to put a little black pepper in here. That's going to kill it. Just waiting for it to kind of come back to a boil here. So now my water is definitely in a pretty fierce boil, so we're ready to go on that. Now I see the bubbles. Okay. Turn it down just a little bit. I don't want to get too carried away. Like always, perfect. Alright, so that needs a couple more minutes. A couple minutes is all it's going to take for my pasta to cook. So let me grab my pasta. That's what I said, don't be scared. I'm going to dunk it. Got my catcher's mitt for my pasta. Got it, two eyes, watching this, watching that. So immediately the pasta starts to float and kind of come apart. That's what you want. Basically, it's kind of heating it up. It's not as much rehydrating as where you have dried pasta. And it's definitely lighter. I mean, like, I can eat half a package of this, you know. Packages aren't that big. I think they're 8 ounces. But I got it all floating. I don't have to worry about a rolling boil like I do with my dry pastas. Alright, so this is going to be done in about 20 seconds. That's going to be just enough time. I have to run over here and take care of this. Got some lump crab meat. I got a cup of it. And what I always say about this stuff, don't beat it up. Don't tear it apart with your spoon. So I just want to start it heating through, and as soon as it does, it kind of falls apart. Let it do its thing. I'm going to turn this off. Alright, so now we're ready. So the nice thing about fresh pasta is basically we're going to serve it up immediately. But you need to get it out of the water. So we're going to make sure it's all out. Or it's just going to keep cooking. And this is a whole lot easier than actually straining it, so I just do it this way. I can divvy it up later. Okay, so what do I need to do with this now? Well, I don't want it to get all sticky. So I'm going to just take a little bit of olive oil, and if you're afraid to pour too much, just put your thumb over it. Just a little sprinkle, a little drizzle here. I'm bringing over. Just want to get this done. Don't want to have any disasters. Yeah, flip it around, just stir it around. So I got my pasta that's not sticking. Gotta turn this off now because it's ready. Take my big old spoon here. Just stirring it up because we just kind of let the heat break up my lump crab meat here, which I bought on sale a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's pasteurized, so it lasts a little while in the fridge. Alright. Oh. Serve this up with a little bread. Salad. Do my Caesar salad, that would be really good with it. And of course, gotta have some fresh Parmesan cheese grated right on top here. And this is just like fit for a king. This is really lovely. Pasta's great, tastes great. I'm kind of drooling over this whole thing, I hate to tell you, but it's not that hard. It's really, I love the visual, you know, we eat with our eyes, and this looks so pretty. Got all the stuff going on, the smells coming off it are just fantastic. Other than the crab meat, this is a really inexpensive meal. You know, save the money on the meal and spend it on a good bottle of wine. Have fun, try something new, and really, really enjoy this. So, this is a great Valentine's Day meal. By the way, if you really want to do something kind of fun, because obviously we can go all sorts of ways with wine, because we've got seafood, we've got a red sauce, but if you want to do something really fun and different, how about a sparkling rosé? Champagne would work too. Do something, you know, liven it up a little bit. And don't buy the $10 bottle, okay? Go to the store, find someone that knows what the heck they're talking about, tell them what you're trying to do, and let them recommend something. So, have fun. I want you to try some of these recipes. Have a good time. I want you, of course, to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and please comment. Tell me what you think about this. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.